Welcome back. This is Lady Sunshine, and we are in a new episode of Medieval Dynasty. Today we're going to do some quests, the story quests. It's raining, so I don't really care for the rain inside of the game. It has some kind of strange noises and it's loud, but we will cope with that. And let's see what Alvin has to say. What's going on? Long time no see, Alvin. How are you? You look sad. Hi, you won't believe what happened. Go on, tell me. My hoe is broken. Oh no, the horror! Do not laugh. It is important to me. Fine, then how can I help you? Well, I've already ordered a new one from Falibor, a craftsman from the village on the other side of the river north here. He's my father's old friend. I was told by Papa that Falibor eventually gave up blacksmithing when he got older due to his back pain issues. However, he still occasionally helps to fix some tools for local field workers. I haven't picked up the hoe yet because I had a lot of work. Sure, I will be happy to help. Here, coins to pay Falibor for the hoe. It should be enough, I know. I can trust you in this matter. Do not worry, I will be back soon with your precious hoe. Okay, I'll just turn down the sound a little because I had to do this thing already because of rain. So I'll just turn it down. Hopefully it won't be as loud now. So this is Alvin. We are going to run to get Alvin's new hoe, and then we will go to Sambor. We are in fall. As far as I know, it's the second day. It's the second year and day 1 in fall. So we'll go to Borovo and then probably up here, because up here is Sambor, and he will have a nice story to tell. I'll just run through the water because I think it's still faster than going all the way around. I will have to time it once, but we will see. Hadn't had time for that. So, rain, yes. It is a nice setup with all the misty thing around. I like the way it looks. The only problem I have is with the sound, because it's kind of, yeah, as you hear, loud and noisy. I mean, of course, rain is loud and noisy, but it has a strange noise from my ears. Headset isn't working that well. Nah, better. Now it sits better. He's so exhausted with his running. Let's see, where is this guy? Inside this hut, it seems. Yes, Falibor. Welcome. Hello. Alvin sent me to pick up the hoe he ordered. I assume something bad happened to him, judging by the fact that he had to send someone on his behalf. No, he just was very busy with work. Work? Right, I'm helping him. That boy. He's capable, but he takes all of his family's duties on his shoulders alone. He cannot see how much he limits himself. He's still young and could have achieved a lot more than just work in the field day by day. So I'm not the only one who notices that. If you're friends, maybe you will be able to talk some sense into him. I will do my best. How much is it for the hoe? For Alvin, it's 90 coins. Thank you. I'm going back to him then. Wait, one more thing. One hunter is looking for buyers for his bows. Are you interested? Not now, but I will keep that in mind. Thank you again for the hoe. Okay, so that's the hoe business. And now we run to Sambor, I think he's called. He's a bright fellow and a sunny fellow. You will see soon. Ah, come on. Jump, jump. And we should get all the stuff we find along the way, of course. And I will have to get a bow from him. We will see. No, I don't. I still have enough bows. Okay. So, chicory. To be honest, I do not know how chicory really looks in the real world. I should probably find it out. Maybe we have some somewhere. I don't know if they are right with what they use the plants for, like, I mean the poisonous one I think they're right, but all the others I don't know if they really have what they're using it for. I mean, there's nothing like a life potion in real life, is there? It would be fun, wouldn't it? If you hurt yourself, you just drink a potion and the wound closes on its own. That would be nice. Oops. Wolves. Yes, one and the second one. Come on. Yes, very nice. Well, once you have poisonous arrows and... Ooh, he got it right in the eye, didn't he? Once you have poisonous arrows and a good bow, you make a lot more damage to those guys. You should still be careful of bigger game. Yeah, okay, hello. 3 wolves, that was a nice hunt. Even though I didn't want to hunt, but that's okay. So, in a few feet we will see Sambor. Ah, he's at home. There he is. There he sits. Hello, Sambor. He looks like a nice fellow, doesn't he, with his eye patch? I hope he turns to me if I talk to him. We will see. He does! I think you're lost, boy. Sorry, I didn't mean to Wait a second. Look me in the eye and stop shivering for crying out loud. Huh. Black and blue. You're Iordan's family, aren't you? Yes, my name's Rasimir. You must be Sambor then. And how do you know that? I was talking with Unighost. He told me that you were part of the Reminders as well. Part of what now? The pack? The one with the Unighost and Iordan? I've never heard this idiotic name in my life. Oh, sorry. Maybe I've made a mistake. We were called the Undying Fist. Oh my, that's much worse. No, I'll go with... Now that's a whole lot better name. Because I don't really want to vex him. You're damn right it is. That's because I came up with it. Everyone loved it. No idea why Unighost lied to you like that. I'm sure he was just jealous about your creativity. Of course he was. And not only about that. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle and the pack's adventures altogether. That's an amazing coincidence, because I would love to spend my time telling the old tales by the crackling fire. Oh my, really? No. Leave my property and forget where it is. Oh, come on. It will only take a moment of a moment, really. Just tell me, what was my uncle like? How did you become part of the Undying Fist? And what did you do exactly as the pack? You don't know what we did? Unighost didn't get to that part yet. Alright, but be quick and try to be less annoying. Where should I begin? Right, it all started when Iordan left his home. He was 18 at the time, if I remember correctly. That clever bastard was always too big of a fish for his birthplace, and he knew that. Left as soon as he could, but cleverness at such a young age always means two things: being arrogant and hot-headed. His plan was to set out on a big adventure. That's it. Pretty detailed, huh? A path like that is paved with skeletons of young idiots. But none of them was Iordan. Either way, he was wandering for days. Days soon turned into weeks and his rations into dust. He was useless as a hunter, back then at least, so berries and mushrooms was all he could get. So obviously he needed some coin. He came across a manor with orchards so vast they seemed like an ocean, and Iordan hired himself there. A week of back-breaking labor had passed. His hands were covered in blisters, skin red from the scorching sun, knees pulsating from pain. I must say, you're really an amazing storyteller. I wasn't expecting that. Shut up! Do you want me to finish? Where was I? Oh, right. He was exhausted from all the strenuous work he's done. Went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face to collect the payment. His stomach was already full with fantasies of all the delicious treats he was dreaming of buying, and all of that was ruined by the hand of the lord holding a couple of lousy coins. Iordan was furious. That was merely a fraction of the pay he was supposed to acquire. He started shouting at the lord, demanding justice. Peasants were just flies to the lord, disgusting, replaceable insects. And what do you do with a fly that buzzes too loudly? Both of the lord's palms struck Iordan's ears with the strength of an ox. Iordan fell to the ground stunned, and the lord's guards threw him out of the manor like garbage, stealing what few pathetic coins, while doing so, if I might add. It wasn't until evening when Iordan regained his hearing, and with it came a fervent thought of revenge. Your uncle was quite a capable fighter when I met him 10 years later, but when he wasn't back then. He knew the guards would massacre him if he only came close, so he needed to find another way to fulfill his vengeance. Iordan was always ambitious, but that hatred fueled him like nothing before. And what happened next? What came later was me becoming bored of this conversation. Go away. No way, you can't leave me like this. I can do whatever I want. Scram, I have things to do. What things? I'll do them for you. I'll do anything. Anything you want. Just please tell me the whole story. Screw your things. No, I want to be nice to him. I want to hear the story. Damn, you're annoying. Nope, I'm not. See? What an annoying thing to say. Okay, you can help me. Seems I won't get rid of you any other way. Just say what needs to be done. You won't regret it. Here, grab this shovel. It's a piece of crap, but it will do. There are clay deposits behind my house. Go there and dig up some clay for me. On it, boss. Clay? That's your pressing need? You have a pottery addiction or something? I'll go with the second one. First of all, I don't need an explanation. I don't need to explain myself to you, child. Secondly, it's for medical purpose. And that's the answer that will fully satisfy you. Got it? Whatever you say. Okay, so we will have to dig up some clay. Let's see. We already have a shovel in our hands. And here are the deposits, so I'll just get to it. I'm getting clay. So I think he's quite a nice fellow, even though he tries not to be. Oh, nice wooden figures. I like them. Look at them. They're all lying around. I'll just grab them. I like all these small details the people put in here. It's really nice, I think. Look! They kind of show me the way where all the deposits are. That's Very, very nice. I like that. So there's a whole army of them. Look at that. And a few bottles of wine. Yeah. Well, why did it change? I don't know. Because I used the wheel of my mouse. Yeah, okay. Got it, thank you. And we'll take those mushrooms with us, and then we'll talk to him again. Woohoo! Come on, get in. Thank you. And there we are. You have it. Here are all the clay you wanted. Will you finish the story now? Alright. But first I need a drink, sorry. So, as I've already said, Iordan wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money nor connections, but he had one thing, an unusual ability. You see, from an early age, Iordan was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells, really. Calm, steady breaths, eye contact held all the way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even in the craziest of situations. But it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure lying, no stress at all. It was as natural for him as breathing. He had absolutely no remorse. That's very interesting and all, but what happened with the Lord? No, I will listen. He came up with a plan so immensely moronic and unrealistic that it's really hard to believe that it worked so perfectly. At first, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sell him a whole set of clothes worthy of the most wealthy noble. The finest of fabrics, silken threads, you name it. Horrendously expensive. So how did he manage to afford it, you might ask? It's simple. He didn't pay for it. So he stole it? I said no such thing. Iordan wasn't a thief. Not in the traditional meaning of the word, at least. Apart from that, did I finish the damn story? Well, while wearing his new clothes, he traveled to the castle of the king of that realm and entered it. Okay, now I know that you're making this up, because that's simply impossible. You're absolutely right, it is. It's mad to even consider trying to pull that off, but Iordan, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting me, but damn, I would have been first to doubt a thing like that if I didn't see him doing it 100 of times later with my own eyes. Anyway, he walked right into the castle, and once he was there, he followed through with his plan, which was betting his wife. Whose wife? The king's. The king's wife? So, the queen. Indeed. So, let me get this straight. The plan was to get into the castle, lay with the queen? Exactly that. You were right. That is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard. Told you. But it worked like a charm. I still don't get it. What worked? What has he accomplished by that? After the lovemaking, he dressed up deliberately, leaving his undergarments on the bedside, and told the queen he'll be right back with some refreshments. Then he went to one of the king's guards and told him that he saw the queen with company of a strange man sneaking into the chambers. The guard rushed in and witnessed the queen naked in bed with a man's clothes right next to her. As a loyal servant, the guard reported on the matter directly to the king himself, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious, to say the least. He couldn't really punish his wife, that would be bad for his reputation, but he could pursue her lover. Unfortunately for him, at this point Iordan was long gone from the castle, riding a beautiful bay mare he borrowed from the stable into the sunset. I still don't get it. You see, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but it didn't mean he couldn't track him down and find him. To do so, the only track he could follow was the one thing that Iordan left behind. Except his undergarments and a pleasurable memory for the queen, his name. Not his real name, of course. The name he used when introducing himself to the queen was the Orchid Lord's. Precisely. Now you get it. That's incredible. The Lord's head must have left the company of his body pretty promptly. Didn't that get the Lord hanged? That seems pretty extreme. I will go with the first one. He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be in Iordan's style. The queen begged for his life to be spared, so the king threw him in the dungeon, where he spent all the days he had left. Iordan was amazing. All that with just the power of his wits and speech. He surely showed the Lord that he shouldn't have wronged him. Don't get the wrong idea about the reasons. Iordan didn't get through all of that just because of what the Lord did to him. You see, the Lord was cruel, merciless, and a brute. He mistreated all of his subjects, killed for fun, raped for sport. People used to call him Laundryman because one of his habits was drowning his bastards in the lake right after birth, like unwanted kittens. Iordan needed to stop him, and he did. But that's not the end of the story. After the Lord's capture, someone had to take his place. He didn't have any rightful successors by then. With just an uncannily perfect timing came a distant cousin from the Lord's, a charming young man with 2 different eyes. You have to be kidding me. He easily acquired all possessions of his sentenced relative. But Iordan didn't want any of that, not for himself, so he took only 3 bags of coins from the treasury and left everything else in the hands of the peasants. They were elated. He still probably worshipped there, I can tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? That's easy. One for the tailor, another one for the stableman he took the horse from, and the last one for himself, with the exact amount of coins he was rightfully supposed to earn for his work at the orchard. I told you Iordan wasn't a thief, and that was it. He mounted his beautiful mare and left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least that's the story he used to tell. So nothing of that may be true at all. But that's just how it was with Iordan. Now I understand what you and Unighost were talking about. He really does seem surreal. I can't believe that you're talking about my uncle. My mother used to portray him as a simple merchant, successful but mortal. Yeah, I was wondering if he actually was mortal many times. Well, now we know. But wait, you didn't tell me what was the purpose of the Undying Fist. Oh, I thought it would be obvious now. On that day, Iordan's mission was born. He knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all around the world, draining life and dignity from the hard-working simple folk, and that he was capable of stopping them, so to some extent at least. So that's exactly what he started doing, overthrowing corrupted lords and giving back to the community. He sounds like a hero, a true hero. Well, it wasn't like, yeah, I guess you could say that. So how did he join the pack? Iordan was working solo until he met Unighost. That rat's agile fingers could work where Iordan's tongue didn't. And then they needed someone with other talents they were lacking, like strength, manliness, bravery, independence, gallantry, integrity. Right, I think I get the picture. So they recruited the best there was. I was between jobs at the time, so I gave them a chance. And finally, the pack started to really make a difference. But I don't like to brag. Oh, yes, I notice. Humble to the bone. Or I have a different opinion upon that. I'll take the first one. Thank you for noticing. People at my level don't need to boast about our skill. Just like the sun doesn't need to prove it's bright. Anywho, I already spoke more words to you than I did the last 5 years to anybody, so it's time for you to go. And preferably, don't come back ever. It was a great pleasure and a true honor. Yeah, I don't care. Leave now. And in return for giving away my location, deliver this delicious meal to Unighost. It's a favorite, a knuckle sandwich. Do you want me to hit him in the face? Did I stutter? No, sir. Of course, sir. On my way, sir. So, that was it for today. Now we know about the story behind Iordan, and I will be back soon with some farming, hunting, and checking out my village, because this day was just about questing. Have a nice day. Bye bye.